Sick, inhumane, and the height of cruelty.
President Trump says the U.S. should be very careful about who is allowed into the country from the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian.
I don't want to allow people that weren't supposed to be in the Bahamas to come into the United States, including some very bad people and some very bad gang members and some very, very bad drug dealers.
75,000 people are left homeless and displaced as a result of Hurricane Dorian. Taking time away from the golf course, President Trump claimed without evidence that the Bahamas is full of, quote, very bad gang members. This coming a day after survivors of the storm were ordered off a boat from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale in Florida if they did not have U.S. visas.
So we're also recovering from a hurricane, but we have to be very careful. Everybody needs totally proper documentation.
Of course, this should come as absolutely no surprise, considering how often he invokes the go-to gang member excuse stereotype whenever those seeking assistance happen to be, well, brown or black.
Plenty of others have something to say about Donald Trump's crude remarks about immigrants.
Having all these people from whole countries come here.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Now, to argue that his points of view are not racial at this point is to disavow logic, in my humble opinion. He is constantly portraying certain groups of people as problematic, while on record has asked why more Norwegian immigrants don't come to the US. And what is it about Norwegians that he likes so much? Now, his comments were met with immediate pushback from those highlighting such disparity, and not to forget that in reference to the migrants that were recently told to disembark the ship destined for Florida, they had the needed paperwork to travel. It just so happens that the airport they would travel out of was underwater. Therefore, taking a boat was the only feasible means of transport.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says visas are not required for Bahamian residents flying. Problem is, the airports in Freeport and Grand Bahama Island, the airport's simply been destroyed.
The before and afters, astonishing. This is what the Freeport airport normally looks like. Dorian transformed it into an ocean.
The death toll in the Bahamas now rising to 45 and many still missing. The immediate concern for those fleeing the devastated island is safety. And you'd think that would be everyone's concern. But unfortunately, for the man in the Oval Office, it seems he doesn't view it as such. I mean, he can find the good in Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, but he sees the worst in hurricane survivors fleeing for their life. As always, you can get me on Twitter, Francis M. Maxwell, Instagram, also Francis M. Maxwell, and be sure to support independent media, tyt.com/join. Never missed another breakdown video by ringing the bell below. You'll get notified whenever we publish something new, and don't forget to join TYT today. Download our TYT Plus app on your phone or head over to tyt.com/join.